Alright guys, my name's Brian and today I'm going to show y'all the top 10 easiest BMX tricks. I'm just going to kind of do a quick little one off of them, just a quick explanation. I'm not going to go too in depth, but these should be all the tricks that you need to, like, if you just got a bike or you've had a bike for a little while and you're just starting to try to learn tricks, these should be your go-to tricks to learn bike control and learn more difficult tricks further down the road, like 360s and all that other stuff. All right, also guys, in similar videos in the past, don't be the guy that's in the comment section going, oh, these aren't real tricks. Everybody starts somewhere, dude. I did these exact same tricks when I first started riding. You probably did too, so don't be that guy. If you see somebody asking for help in the comments, go ahead and help them out, guys. I really encourage that just to get everybody stoked on riding bikes. Also, if you see me kind of walking timidly / doing tricks, I don't know, a little bit hesitantly, I bruised my heel, like the outside of my heel, pretty bad a couple weeks ago. I'll put the clip on what I did it on. So I tried to do the biggest flip that I've personally done in my entire life. Probably one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my whole life too. It's an 8-foot lip with a 14-foot gap with about a 4-foot step up. So it's literally the perfect trick jump. I just went in a little too fast, popped a little too hard, and over-rotated and kind of had to jump off the bike midway through, and I just landed really weird on my heel. When you watch the clip, I got out of it pretty cleanly. It's just the way that I landed on that heel kind of messed it up. So I'm really going to try to stay off that and try to not touch that because I don't want to make my recovery time any longer than it already is. So without anything else, let's get started. All right guys, I got a really easy one to get started with, and honestly it kind of makes sense if you're going out to go ride this and you just keep your bike on the ground. This would be a really easy way to do it. So say you drop your bike or your bike's laying on the ground, you want to look kind of cool in front of your friends. This is perfect for it. Kind of helps. That's up like that. The only thing you need to be able to do this is have your back tire off the ground. Let me turn my bike so you can actually see me do this from the side. All you're gonna do is step on your back tire. I mean, don't stomp on it as hard as you can, but just give it a little pop. The bike pops right up to you. So if your bike falls like this and your back tire is barely off the ground, it's gonna be a little harder. Just give it a little slight bit more of a stomp and it should come right up. All right guys, moving on to the second trick. This is also super easy. You should, as long as you know how to ride a bike, you're probably gonna be able to do this no problem. The only thing you have to have are your feet, pretty much. So this is just called a frame surfer. Pretty much all you do is you hop from your pedals onto your frame in your seat, or just your frame, however you want to do it, it's up to you. But I'll give you a quick little demo. So all you got to do is just kind of roll, and you'll just hop, just like that. And you can go back. And this is super easy because, I mean, even if like you only get 1 foot on, you still have your hands on the bars to kind of steer you out of it. So if you start falling one way, you can kind of turn out of it to save the fall. So that one's super easy. If you want to go just to the frame, you can go just to the frame. That's a little harder. But also, if you just wanted to do it slowly, take a little step to it, you can just step 1 foot on and then do the other. But that's about it. And you can do that in little combos, like say you fly out of a bowl, you can hop straight to your frame stand and then ride back into the bowl and jump back to your pedals. There's so many combinations you can do with it, and that'll really help you get used to taking your feet off the pedals, which will help for other tricks later down the road. Third trick we're gonna do, magnet hop. So if you can't do a bunny hop, fear not, this is easier than a bunny hop, thankfully. All you have to be able to do is this. If you can do this while standing here with your bike, you're gonna be fine. So what a magnet hop is, it's when you jump off your bike with your feet, but your hands stay on, and then you pull the bike up to your feet. So it's kind of like a magnet, like pulling something to it. So all it is you just jump like that, and then while you're jumping like that, you want to kind of pull your bike up and then give it a little tiny push out. That'll pop that back end up to your feet. So I'll do one from the front and then one from the side for you just so you can see. So that hurt my heel really bad, but ow, oh well, here we go, we're going. And that won't hurt y'all's heel, it's just because mine's bruised. So all right guys, then here's one from the side. I'm gonna try to not hit my heel on this one. There we go. Bike tricks get a lot harder when you can't touch your heel. Ow. All right guys, so unfortunately my camera wanted to overheat on me, and I filmed about another 20 minutes and my camera was off. So I finished the video, went back to look at it, and it had stopped at the rocket manual. So we'll pick back up with the rocket manual. I don't remember what exact order I went in after that, but oh well, here we go. All right, so for the rocket manual, it's super easy trick. All you have to do is have one back peg. You can have both, you can have one, doesn't matter. As long as you have one back peg, you're good to go. So what a rocket manual is it's when you just put one foot on your back peg and then you just balance like this. You can use your other foot to kind of kick back and forth to make sure you stay balanced and you don't loop out and you don't go back forward. And the nice thing about this trick is it's so easy to get out of in case you do loop out like that, because your back foot is already down. So when you're going, you loop out, you just kind of kick it out from under you and you can run out of it. And if you go too far forward, only thing that happens then is you just go back to this and you're fine. So easiest way to learn this, just find a parking lot or a street and just put your foot on that back peg, pull it up and just see how far you can go. And that's it. The next trick I'm going to show you is called a foot jam. All it is literally exactly what it sounds like. You jam your foot in between the tire and the fork, and what that does is that'll bring up your back end just like that. You're just going to step off, let your foot go back to the pedal, and keep riding. So you're not going to want to try to do this to fakie quite yet, because fakies are pretty hard to learn as a beginner. So for this, just find something slightly slanted, and all you're going to do while you're rolling is take your foot off really slow, jam it in there, and just kind of ride out of it just like that. So once you do that, if you do want to try to do something a little harder, you can kind of try to do a little turn with it, do it kind of small, do it kind of short, however you want to do it, guys. And then eventually you could take that to the skate park and other places like that and do it on bowls and coping. But so for starting off, just do it on flat, put your foot back on your pedal, keep riding. All right, next one is more of a party trick. It's literally just riding backwards on your bike, but not in a fakie. I mean, literally ride backwards on your bike, but going forwards. So to do this, it's honestly a lot easier than it seems. It's more of just getting over the mental factor that you can't really see where you're going. You can kind of look over your shoulder if you want to, but I'd recommend just find a big open parking lot where nothing's gonna make you fall. Don't have a lot of rocks on the ground, stuff like that. All you're gonna do is you're gonna start with one foot on one pedal with your butt on the crossbar, just like this. And you're just gonna step down on that and then bring your other foot up. This will take a little bit of getting used to learning how your bike reacts to like how you steer, but you can pretty much steer with your butt. You can take your hands off. You can ride however you want to. And then once you're ready to get off, all you gotta do, just make sure you don't get going too fast until you're really comfortable with it and know how to kind of slow down and stuff like that. But once you're ready to get out of it, all you got to do is just put your feet down like this and kind of step out of it, and that's it. And that trick's pretty safe, guys. It looks a lot scarier than it actually is. You just got to make sure that you're not going to go down some massive hill and gain a ton of speed and then get out of control. As long as you stay in control, you're going to be fine. All right, guys, now I'm going to show you two tricks that I personally think are the absolute most useful things that I've learned how to do on a bike for like everyday use. So like if I didn't ride BMX, these would still be super good things to know how to do. And one of them, so like for example, when I was younger and me and none of my friends had cars, we just ride our bikes to the gas station to get drinks and stuff when we were at the skate park. If you don't have a backpack or something, it's kind of hard to carry some of that stuff back. You don't want to hang the like bag on your bars and it's smacking all over the place. It's just learning how to pedal and ride comfortably standing up on your bike with one hand. So like act like you're holding a drink and just being able to pedal around comfortably and ride like this. So this is super useful because I mean, if you go get a drink, you don't want to have that bag slamming around over here turning your bars. You could just do this like this. And the way you'll know you're getting comfortable with it is if you kind of lean your bike throughout the pedals. So like watch how, I'm gonna come straight at you, watch how my bike kind of leans as I take different pedals. So that's so it doesn't look like this. I'll show you it from behind. It looks kind of funny if you try to keep your bike completely rigid. It looks really weird. And then whenever you're cruising, all you gotta do is lean your bike a little bit into your other knee that's down, and it's gonna be super stable. So I'd highly recommend learning that, guys. That's so useful. I use that very, very often when I'm riding my bike. It's just if you're carrying something, a camera, a drink, whatever, your phone, to and from spots, it's gonna make your life a lot easier if you know how to do that and do that comfortably. Next one is for anybody who doesn't ride brakes, or even if you do ride brakes and just wanna do it for fun. It's just to tie your skid to slow down. Yeah, so the normal way you slow down, like the first way you learn whenever you take off your brakes, is you just jam your foot in your back tire. But that kills your shoes so fast. You're gonna go through shoes a lot faster if you do that than if you do this. So the main reason I learned how to do this is because I was tired of buying $70, $80 shoes every couple months because I had to slow down using my foot. So all you need to know how to do this is just do a slight little pop-up of your back wheel, just like that. And then once you do that, pretty much all it is you give a slight turn into it and then push your back end out when you do that little hop, and it'll do that. So since we're on gravel asphalt right here, it doesn't slide as well, but in skate parks, it'll slide a little more, but this still slows you down pretty good. So you can see how quick I was going and how slow. So I'll show you kind of from the side so you can get a better idea of how much it'll slow you down. So going pretty quick slows you down. Going pretty fast, a lot slower. Main things when you're starting to learn that, just make sure you're not going too fast. Just start small, and then obviously the harder you throw it to the side, the more you're going to slow down. So if you only want to slow down a little, just give it a slight throw to the side. And if you want to slow down a lot, really slam it over there. All right, guys, this next trick is probably going to be the hardest one I'll show you in this video. It's the bunny hop. The reason this is the hardest that I'm saying is the hardest to get a true bunny hop. So whenever you first start learning how to ride, you can probably do one of these where you just pick up both tires at once. A true bunny hop is, don't comment, say it's a Bronco hop or a J hop or whatever. Everybody calls it a bunny hop, just a heads up. So if you want to do a proper bunny hop, it's going to look like this. Your front tire is going to come off, and then your back tire is going to come up, and then it's going to kind of flatten out, and you're going to go back down and land. For this one, I'm just going to walk you through it really quick. If you want a really in-depth explanation of it, I have a full video. It's probably like a 10-12 minute video that only talks about bunny hops. I'll link that down in the description. So if you want more information than just what's in this video, go ahead and go take a look at that, and that should get you bunny hopping in no time. But like I said, so the 3 steps for a bunny hop are you're gonna sink down and then throw your butt back. So this will get your weight right over this center axle, or this rear axle, sorry. And then once you do that, you're gonna kind of spring off of that and pull your bars up with you. And then once you're in this position, act like my feet are on the pedals, you push your bars forward and then pull your feet up under you. And what that'll do is that'll give you the here, here, and then land. So I'll give you a quick little demo. This kind of hurts my heel, but I'll do one for you anyway. This one's gonna be really small. Like I said, if you want more proper ones, go watch my other full bunny hop video. And that's all it is, guys. So I'll kind of slow-mo this for you so you can see it, but sink, hop, pull up. So the main thing people have trouble with when trying to learn bunny hops is getting that scoop in the back. You got to be able to push your arms forward once you pull up. So if you're hopping and you're getting it like this, obviously that's a problem. If you need to fix that problem, just kind of do what we did with that little back tire slide. Just sit on the ground and do this. Get used to pushing your body weight a little bit forward, and that'll make it way easier, okay? All right, I was gonna do a ghost feeble for this last trick, but since the sun's trying to make my camera overheat, I have to leave it in the shade behind my car right now. So instead, I'm going to show you another little kind of party trick similar to the riding backwards one. This one's almost like a flatland trick. What you're going to do is while you're riding, you're going to sit down, take your left hand off, and throw this leg over, and you can kind of just rest it on the crossbar right here. And you're going to stand up with one foot on the pedal, and then your other foot can touch the tire. You can kind of push yourself forwards, backwards, slow down, and all that fun stuff. So I'll kind of ride through it and show you what it looks like. All right, so riding, stick that over, boom. You go forward, you drag your foot to slow down, speed back up again, sit back down, take your foot off, you're done. So that's just a kind of fun trick that you can show your friends who don't ride, or if they do ride, you can have like little races or whatever you want to do with that. I mean, also if you really enjoy stuff like that, maybe you could be a flatland rider, who knows. But all of these tricks, guys, are going to help you get more bike control and learn all those harder tricks further down the road. So I highly recommend you give some of these a try. Like I said, they're definitely not the hardest tricks that you can learn, but starting off, you just want to get some tricks under you. You want to know how to take off different body parts off the bike, and the more you can do that, the easier it is going to be to learn those harder tricks further down the road. But for this video, guys, that's it. I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all have any questions about this, I've gone into depth a little more on some videos in the past that I'll go ahead and link down in the description. So if you want to see more beginner tricks, I'll have 2 more videos coming out where I'll go a little more in depth on some slightly more difficult tricks than these. You got your traditional like bunny hop, 180, fakies, stuff like that. And then I also have some other tricks and beginner videos from a couple years ago that I'll go ahead and link those down in the description too. But other than that, guys, let me know what you think of the tricks. Tag me on Instagram at AiredBMX if y'all learn some of these tricks. I'd love to see them, love to see y'all progressing. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Go have fun with them.